What is going on, Cuse Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Bleed Orange. I'm Landon Cook alongside a very, very special guest today, Benny Williams, a forward for the Syracuse men's basketball team. How you doing, Benny?
I'm good. How are you, my guy?
Awesome. Now, summer's approaching, right?
Yep.
We're this close. You got any big plans coming up?
Just working out, just getting ready for next season, man, honestly.
There you go. No
Yeah.
big trips or anything?
I'm supposed to go to Oklahoma to see Chris, work out with him for like a
Oh,
week,
yeah?
and then me and my best friend might go to Cali for a week or two.
Where in Cali, you know?
LA.
LA, there you
Do a
go.
little bit of shopping. Yeah.
Big city? Big city,
Yeah.
Benny, right? Big city,
Yeah.
Benny. So, as you all know, he is a forward for the Syracuse men's basketball team. Now, Benny, why choose Central New York a couple years ago when you committed, and why stay in Central New York? Because
Yeah.
just looking out the window right now, it's freezing and it's rainy. So,
Yeah.
why Central New York?
Coach Red, honestly, I built a great relationship with Coach Red. I believe since 2018 when he started
Yeah,
recruiting me. Trusted everything he said, and obviously playing for Boeheim. Boeheim is a legend, living legend. Honored to play for him. I'm grateful for the experiences and all the ups and downs I've had, and I've learned a lot. Um, yeah, I mean, I've been watching Syracuse since I was younger. Like
yeah.
guys like Jeremy Grant, who is literally from the same city I'm from, and guys like Michael Carter Williams and players like that. So it was just Syracuse was always on my mind, honestly. Yeah,
Well, if you were to say like the biggest thing you learned from Boeheim, what would that be?
handle your business. Go about every day like a man, and just do what you have to do.
Awesome,
I would
awesome.
definitely say
Now,
that.
Benny, you ripped your jersey off in one of the games last year.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you could break down what
yeah.
happened,
What
or
what happened? Was that Louisville? Yeah,
I,
Louisville.
I think so. I think so.
It was. I think it was an air ball, and like sometimes on air balls you can't really read it, so
Yeah,
it like fell right through my hands and it just went out of bounds. And I wasn't having the best game, so that
it was a
was
rebound. You're trying to get the rebound, right?
yeah, and it just slipped out my hands and went out of bounds. So yeah, it was just a cherry on top to like the bad game I was already
Yeah.
having. So yeah.
How did they even get a jersey so quick and hand it right to you?
Oh, they always have a it's called a blood jersey. So it's
Uh-huh.
common players bleed, and then you can't play with blood on your jersey, so they always have an extra jersey.
You were what, like 54 or something?
Huh?
You were what, 54 or something? And
Yeah,
all I
yeah.
remember is you had like 10 points right after that. I'm like, oh man, maybe we should wear 54 all year. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's what my teammates were saying too.
No, what's your favorite thing to do on campus? Like Syracuse, New York, like I said, there's not much to do for half the year, but when we
Yeah.
have good weather and when we all this kind of stuff, what do you like to do?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing really to do. Oh, okay. Apex. You know Apex at the mall.
Apex. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So we'll go to Apex here and there, and then we just try different food spots. I mean, Syracuse is not a lot to do, but there's a lot of different food spots just around like downtown and near campus and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, food spots I would say.
What's your favorite spot?
Jamaica Q's.
Jamaica
Jamaica Q's.
Cubes.
It's in downtown
Never
Syracuse. I
been
usually
there.
get yeah, you gotta try the jerk chicken and I get jerk chicken and white rice.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You ever been to Pita Pit? That's my favorite spot.
I heard of it. That's on Marshall Street.
Marshall Street. Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
by
no, I never had it. Yeah, no, I never
You
had it.
gotta try it. It's
For
really good.
real?
Before
Yeah.
every single basketball game, my dad and I we go down to Pita Pit. We get a Peter. Every single football game, we go down. We get a,
Yeah.
and then we walk up to the dome. And sometimes we don't finish it, or if it's really really cold outside, we'll just
Yeah.
put it in our coat and sneak it into the dome.
Smart.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So Jamaica Cuse. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Now, if you couldn't play basketball, like
Mhm.
you say you couldn't, okay, what are
Yeah.
you spending your time doing?
Like if so you're saying like if I didn't play basketball, what would I try to be doing?
Yeah, like if you couldn't play basketball, you didn't play basketball, what would you fill your time with? What would you spend? What
I
would your
would
one hobby be? I guess I'm saying.
fashion design.
What is it?
Fashion fashion design.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah,
would
yeah.
you do? Like, give more into detail. Like, what in fashion design?
So like actually me and my one of my high school friends from like freshman and sophomore years, we're gonna plan to start a clothing brand. It's gonna be like a streetwear brand, like start out with t-shirts and then go into hoodies and like cargos and jeans and stuff like that. I'm really into fashion. Just I was really big into shoes like when I was younger, but lately I've been more into like clothes and stuff.
Clothes and stuff. What's your favorite spot? Where are you getting it from?
My brand. Favorite brand.
You
Wow.
must
Oh,
like
Supreme. Supreme.
Supreme. Okay. All
Supreme.
right. I
Yeah.
saw those
Supreme.
sneakers you got. Those orange dunks. Those are nice.
Oh yeah.
So, are you a big video game guy?
Nah. I go through phases.
You
I
d-
go through
when you
phases.
do
So
go through
like
your phases,
so like this year it was maybe a month period, like every day me and Chris would play 2K. And we
yeah.
would be screaming at each other, yelling at each other, and just playing 2K. And I would sometimes play with Qua and them, but I'm not too good. I just try to mess around with them.
So, who would you say is the best on the team?
2K?
Yeah,
Hmm. I'll probably have to say Judah. Or yeah,
Judah.
Judah. Yeah. I'll probably have to
Judah,
say Judah.
the big video game guy, huh?
Yeah. Not well, no, Judah's not even a big video game guy. He's just I don't know. He's really good at 2K though.
He's just good.
Yeah. The video game guys on our team are Nico Ruffin?
Yeah.
So Nico and Chris are the big video game guys for
Chris-
sure.
What's Chris like? I haven't met him, so
Chris,
yeah,
hilarious. Fun to be around, man. He's a time.
hilarious.
He's a time, yeah. He's funny. Like he's hilarious. And then Qua has to be the funniest dude on our team. Like,
Yeah, I
no
know.
doubt.
Just
Qua's
watch,
probably the funniest person I've met in my life.
just watching him, like, he's like, gets the bench alive. Like, just
Yeah,
you know,
no, like that's not for show. Like that's really who
yeah.
he is. Like behind the cameras, behind the games, and all that stuff. Like that's really who he is.
I was at one of the games and I just saw him like run onto the court after a big bucket. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
he's teed
Nah.
up.
Yeah. He's fun, man.
What's your favorite quad story?
Qua,
Yeah.
my favorite Qua story. Qua's a competitor. I would say
Yep.
that. So we were working out one time, and I scored maybe like 5 straight or something.
Mhm.
So Qua was like, nah, I got him. And then we go in full court 1-on-1, and I lost the ball. He like, yeah. And I stepped back and I hit a three. I was like, yeah, Qua, yeah, Qua. So yeah, like me and Qua just be going at it, competitive nature. So does he always brings the best out of me. So
Awesome. Awesome. You love to have one of those guys on the team. Now,
exactly.
going into next year, Benny, how
Yeah.
are you looking to improve your game?
Conditioning is my main focuses this summer will be conditioning, ball handling, and just being like a more consistent shot maker from all 3 levels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So those 3 things are my main focus right now. And obviously getting bigger and stronger.
Awesome. We're working with Coach Cav on that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
For
We love
sure.
Coach Cav. Love Coach Cav.
Yeah.
Now, new coach, Coach
Yeah.
Autry.
Yeah.
How excited are you to be playing under him? Like now he's head coach, he's the head man in charge.
Yeah.
Is it refreshing? Is it different? What would you say the biggest difference is so far?
Um the biggest difference so far I would have to say is I feel like we're a little bit more team oriented. So
Team.
like after workouts, after the season, he would have us like eat as a team.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I would say that. Just more team oriented. Trying to get everybody together. Yeah,
Post game meals, right? Where you get those from? Well, my dad was the coach of the one of the coaches on the men's soccer team. He
yeah,
he'd always like I don't know, like he was the director of ops, so we'd figure out everything that was going to go on after the game. And the
yeah,
best spot was I think it was OIP Pizza and
yeah.
Wegman.
That's what we get. No, is it? No. So we get OIP before we get on the plane. Like before we get on the bus to go to the plane. We get Mario and Salvos after every home game though.
Hmm. Mario and
Yeah.
Salvos. Huh.
It's it's close to Erie Boulevard. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I had OIP I think once, and I was like 11.
What?
I was ball boying
Oh
the
nah,
soccer game,
you gotta get it again.
and
OIP
after
is so
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. After the game, I was like, I think Johannes. I don't know if you know him. He was player way back when. He was from Germany.
Mhm.
After the game, I was like, Johannes, I've never had OIP, and he's like,
Yeah,
never had OIP, and he's like, he gave me a slice, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh wow, this is actually really good.
nah,
But I
it's really
saved
good.
the team. Coach Mack would have got mad at me.
Nah, it's really good though.
Awesome. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. Now, everyone's been wondering this, Benny.
Yep.
The defense switch. I don't know what you can talk about or what you're going to talk about, but should the fans expect some sort of man defense going into next year?
Can't say too much, but yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think that
A little change.
okay. So most people have been holding their breath about that. Now they can
Yeah.
slightly start to exhale slightly. Uh, so if you were to give someone who wanted to be in your shoes, um, and play Division I basketball at a school like Syracuse, what advice would you give them?
Don't take anything for granted. That's my main thing. Don't take anything for granted, and any bad situations that come your way in life, just try to make the best out of them because it's just a stepping stone in your life, honestly.
Yeah.
So just keep going, keep pushing forward. Yeah.
If you were to say you had a favorite game at Syracuse, like, or a favorite moment you had at Syracuse that just got you so hyped up, what would that moment be?
Georgetown this year.
That dunk, right?
Georgetown this year. I think I had like 13 or 14 points with like maybe 5 or 6 rebounds.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a super great game. It was just the fact that it was my sister's first game
Yeah.
at the Dome. So just to put on somewhat of a show for her, and my dad and mom were there too. So my dad's at every game though, but
Yeah.
my mom doesn't really come too often. And then my sister, that was her first time. So that was a really really good feeling, and especially because that's a team from where I'm from.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah.
Now, what are you most excited for next year? If there was a game or just a
A
feel,
game.
or a game
I
or a
wouldn't.
feeling going into next year.
I wouldn't say a game. I'll be looking for. I'm looking forward to all of them
Yeah.
next year. But I just want to see when we come back to school for summer session and get to working out. I just want to see how guys have been putting work in. And then obviously the new guys. We got Nye coming in. We have Chance and JJ coming in. Freshmen coming in. So it's a lot of new faces. But just want to see the progression of everybody, and also for myself, see how I adapt to like what I've been doing over the summer and putting it to play.
Have you bonded with any of those guys yet? Like JJ, Chance, any of those new guys that came
No,
in?
I haven't really talked to them. I need to start talking to them though. So we're gonna start having like Zoom calls for our team. So I'll get in touch with them for sure.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, one last thing. If you had a message for Cuse Nation going into next year, there's all this buzz, all these new transfer portal guys coming in, and
Yeah.
a lot of guys staying. Everyone, you can just feel it. Everyone's starting to get really, really excited. They haven't that which fans haven't really been very excited in the last couple of years, and there's just a different feeling this year. If you had to tell them something, what would that be?
It's the Red Autry era.
The Red Autry era. I'm
It's the
forward to
Red
that.
Autry era.
Benny.
It's the
I'm
Red
forward to
Autry
it.
era. That's all I gotta say. It's the Red Autry
All
era.
right. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show today, Benny. Hopefully we'll have you
Yep.
on again soon.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it.